Hello beautiful people, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing good. So in this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys how I went from being a healthcare assistant living in Birmingham to a student nursing associate here in Manchester. Okay, timestamp you guys when I got the job. You don't see this journey, you don't see, like you don't take. But I'm gonna be sharing all the details, okay, and the things that happened, my visa and all of that gist. Okay, so just a quick disclaimer, this is a long video / story time, okay, but I'm gonna try as much as possible to make sure that this video is not that long. Okay, yeah. And yeah, for those of you who might be interested to get on the program to become a student nursing associate and what all the whole nursing course is about, get your popcorn, okay? Beautiful people, it's no longer news we moved to Manchester, right? So we moved to Manchester because I got this job previously, as everybody knows, all of you, not everybody. A lot of you know, we moved from Manchester, we moved from Birmingham, and the reason we moved was because of this job, okay? So sometime around October last year, was it October or September last year, I started looking for a new job. And actually getting on this program was something I've already forgotten. So before I moved to the UK from Nigeria, I've already decided I'm going to work in NHS. In fact, the person that advised me to get a job in the NHS was my husband's friend, who is also an architect. She's lived here in the UK, Amelia. When we called her that we were coming to the UK, and she was so happy for us, and she said, when I get into the UK, I should make sure that I get a job in the NHS. So that's the fastest way of getting into healthcare, okay? So the very first NHS job I applied to, I got in, and that was in Birmingham. Yeah, I did that job for like maybe about 1 year plus. I had to meet with the educators there, in the trust, and told them this is my plan. I need to get into the nursing program, and I was told you cannot get into the program because of your visa restriction and blah 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 blah. I said, okay, that's fine. After a while, when my friend Tayo, you guys know, a subscriber turned sister and friend, she's been here on this channel as well. So after you joined the trust, after a while, Tayo also indicated interest in the nursing program, and she was told the same thing. So that was when I lost interest in the nursing program. Yeah. Then fast forward to September 2023, that's last year, I met with Von Vicky. You guys, Von Vicky is a babe and more, okay? So I met with Von Vicky and we hung out, and during the hangout we discussed about so many things, jobs, and during my discussion with Von Vicky, she advised I should apply again because that I've indicated interest within my trust in Birmingham, and this was the response I got. So she was like, give it a try again. So I was like, okay, there's no harm giving it a try again. And you guys, starting from October, I started doing crazy applications, like aggressive applications, okay? I started doing the applications, I got interviews, and this is how my journey in Manchester started. Beautiful people of God, how are you all doing? Hope you guys are doing good. So I just came back, and as I was just opening the door, I got the bestest news. In fact, this news is Christmas news for me. It's the bestest news. As you guys know, I've been really inconsistent with my uploads and everything since October, yeah, like my uploads have been, but I thank God, my hustle, it don't pay, okay? So I've been looking for a job, and yeah, I got a call. Congratulations, ooh, you passed your interview. You guys, so I've been looking for a job. I've been trying to get into the nursing program the nursing associate program, where you go to university while you also work. You go to university for 2 years, and at the end of the program you become a registered nursing associate. Yeah, so I've been applying to get into the TNA program. That's the major reason I've been inconsistent with my upload, because you guys, I was doing massive application. Yeah, I'm just starting this documentation because I don't know when this will probably go up sometime next year. So this is me documenting the whole process, because sooner or later we'll be relocating out of Birmingham. Yeah. And then hopefully this video will still be here. I will now show you guys this is how it all started. The summary of this clip is I'm documenting the whole process as it starts. Okay, so today I got a call. I passed my interview in one of the trusts in Manchester, in Greater Manchester. Okay, also I'm so happy, you guys. I'm so happy. I worked so hard for this. Like, I worked so hard. I had to push YouTube aside. My revenue was suffering, but I didn't care, because I'm looking at the future. But anyway, you guys, I said let me update you all. Okay, yeah, I said let me update you people. So I'm waiting for the official email, from my employer and from the university as well. So yeah, in the next 3 hours I have another interview. And like I told you guys, I was doing massive application. Like, I was in aggressive application. See, aggressive. Even though I've passed, my interview with this other trust, I'm also gonna go ahead and do the interview with this other trust as well, because it's good to have options. I want to actually, you guys, if you see my track application, I have with this one I'm doing today, I've got 7 interviews. 7 interviews. That's, imagine how many applications I already done to. I've got 7 interviews, but I'm going to be withdrawing some of them. Those trusts that are in some kind cities, I'll withdraw them and leave these other ones that are places where cost of living are cheaper. You want to have options, even though I've gotten this one, get extra one or get extra 2, you weigh your options, yeah. Kakaya aka Jehovah nemere muma olu ebube ya kene rugari nebe no isi kendu kena digi atata aka Jehovah nemere muma. Yes. Welcome back, beautiful people. That was how my whole journey started. Now, before we get into the whole gist proper and what happened with my visa and stuff, let me quickly do this market bits, okay? So, beautiful people, this section of the video is brought to you alongside with Bob and Brad. Okay, you guys, Bob and Brad are physiotherapists who are known for their quality physiotherapy equipment. They sent me this product. This is their Q2 Pro massage gun, mini massage gun. Okay, and yeah, I've already unboxed it, but for the purpose of this video, let's do the unboxing again. Okay, whenever I get their email, I'm always excited, and that's because I know their product is one of the best. Like, I'm tested and trusted. Okay, so this is what their Q2 Pro massage gun, mini massage gun looks like. Like I said, is a mini series. Yeah, this massage gun features both hot and cold therapy, and ta-da! This is exactly what you get when you order yourself a Bob and Brad massage gun. They actually have different massage guns. I've used about 3 of their products, and you guys, I can categorically tell you Bob and Brad massage gun is on top of the game. Like, they know their onions, you get. So when you get this Bob and Brad Q2 Pro massage gun, you have exactly this inside. So it comes with a manual, a Type-C charger, the massage gun itself. Let's unravel this. the massage gun itself. This is what it looks like. Another thing you get in your box are 5 different massage gun, including the hot and cold therapy head for different therapies. So when you get yours, you can decide which of them you want to use. Okay, I forgot to mention you get extra this as well. As usual, Bob and Brad massage gun are very easy to assemble. I'm going to be trying the hot and cold because this is my favorite. Like, this is what I usually use. It's no brainer to just fix it. All you need to do is, because it's already assembled, like literally assembled, you just need to plug this on. Over here is your on and off button. Yeah, see how small this equipment is. Like, I'm literally holding it with one hand. That's how portable this massage gun is, and it's almost like noiseless, almost noiseless. Okay, you can literally carry it everywhere you go. Okay, this product, like I said, has other heads, which includes this heat and cold therapy. The heat enhances skincare by warming up your skin, which aids in the absorption of this equipment into your body when you are using it, right? This Q2 Pro Max is my absolute favorite. Like, that's because this can fit into my handbag. As a healthcare worker, those of us in the construction industry, sometimes normal activities of daily living, which almost every day includes manual handling, at some point in your daily activity, you raise up something, you pick up something from the floor, you bend down, you do this and that. This is the right product for you, okay? For that back pain, relaxation of your muscles, this is the right product for you, okay? Unless I forgot, please avoid using massage guns on your face, joints and forehead. I did not know about this until I was informed, and that's because this part of your body are really sensitive. Okay, if you need this, follow the link in my description and get yourself a portable mini massage gun, okay, and be like me. Okay, no more complain of back pains after work, and it's thanks to this lovely product. Like, I've got 3 of their products, so I usually use depending on my mood. Okay, all right, beautiful people, let's continue our vlog. So when I posted that my video, a couple of people asked questions, and one of the questions was asked was, is this nursing course part of public fund? The answer is no, it is no public fund. Okay, so how these apprenticeships happen is, here in the UK, apprenticeships are sponsored by the NHS and the government, right? That is why applications, before you start applying, they will ask, have you lived in the UK for 3 years? Yes. Government pays most part of the apprenticeship money. Then the trust you're working for pays, you know, a certain percentage that makes up your whole tuition for your whole duration of the apprenticeships. Okay, now, those of you who don't know, a nursing associate is, in the simplest term, is more like a junior nurse. That's when you are in training, when you are in the university training for the course, you are called a student nurse associate. It used to be trainee nursing associate, but they changed the name to student nursing associate. Yeah, so it's a 2-year program where you go to university and also work. It's blended, like it's hands on deck. So when you finish and get NMC registration, license or PIN, you become a registered nursing associate. And as a registered nursing associate, you basically do everything nursing except IVs. So nursing associates do not give IVs. That's the major difference. Okay, so why the RNs, they're on top of the nursing assessment, planning, evaluation and all, the nursing associates, you contribute in this planning and assessment of patients' care plans, right? So that's the major difference between RN and NA, right? Now, during this course, yes, in some trusts you'll be working as a band 3, in some trusts you'll be working as a band 2. I remember in my previous trust in Birmingham, you'll be working as a band 2. In some trusts I know in Birmingham as well, you'll be working as a band 2. But in other trusts like mine, you'll be working as a band 3. Okay, so it's just all depends on the trust policy. However, when you are applying for the job, you will see these things written in the job description. And another question I got, were you a nurse in Nigeria before you came into the UK? Sis, I was not a nurse. In fact, I had no clue of what healthcare was when I was in Nigeria, because I didn't even have a science background. My whole nursing journey started here in the UK, okay? So during my time of applications, like I told you guys, I was doing so many applications. I met so many lovely people, like so many lovely people. One of them, who is Sam, I don't know if he's watching this video. Sam was just God sent. I met him in one of the trusts we went for interview in Lancashire. He told me, oh, I work in so trust, you can also apply. By the time he told me to apply to this trust I'm working right now, the job application was like 4 days to closing date. So when I got home, reluctantly, you guys, I just applied, because he told me it's a big trust and there were lots of applications, like loads. I was like, okay, let me just give it a try. Fortunately for me, I applied, and the following week I got invitation for interview. Now let me say this, you guys. I know a lot of you have been trying to get into the NHS and it's not been working. You've been trying to switch jobs, it's not been working. Look, keep hope alive, because in my own case, it was a matter of I'm not relenting, because I had so many rejections. I had more than 20 applications. I got interviews, but when I got the offers, I had to decline some of the interviews. So as at December 2023, I got 4 different offers from different trusts. Even though I had preference, like as God may have it, this my place of work was actually my preferred trust. So when I got the offers, I had to check the cities. I got offer in Derby, I got offer here, I also got offer in Preston, Lancashire, I also got offer in South Mead, I think it's in Bristol, yes. So when I had these offers, I had to make decision where I wanted to go. So one of the things that I looked at was cost of living, because I was actually looking for city with low cost of living, housing and stuff. At the same time, has good quality of life, immigrant friendly and all. So boating was on top of the list. Before I diverted from what I was saying, when you are doing your NHS applications, do not relent, be open-minded. What I was doing in my own case was all the trusts that called me back and said, because when they call you and say, unfortunately you did not pass, or they sent you an email, you did not pass, some of them called to tell me why I was not successful. Okay, so what I did while I was on the phone with them, they will tell me, okay, we asked you this and this was your response, we asked you this and this was your response, this was what we were actually hoping to hear from you. So whenever I get that feedback call, after unfortunately, I write down those things, and that was what helped me during my application. I remember the day I went to my interview, I just finished from night shift, hop into the bathroom straight station, because I had to meet up with my 9 a.m. interview. While I was on the train, all those things I've written down, like prospective interview questions, I wrote them down, and some of the trusts that gave me feedback, I had to write them down. One thing you should have in mind is, you see, when it comes to job interviews, especially in NHS, the questions are almost like the same. Maybe few similarities, few changes, but most of these questions, practically reshuffle them. All you have to do is answer your questions. While you are doing that, you chip in the trust values, okay? So that was what I did, and it really helped me a lot. When you do an interview, like the moment I finished from this interview, I called my husband and said, boy, this is it, this is just it, I'm getting this job. Because when you were talking and talking, they just had to catch up with what you were saying, and that was because I already have ideas of questions from previous trusts that I was rejected. So it was how lucky I was. Now fast forward to December, I think December 19th or December 18th, thereabout, I got another call from another trust that I have been successful with their interview as well. You guys watch the clip. Guys, how are you doing? Let me clean my butt. So on this day, this is almost like a week to Christmas, and I got another news. Yay! One of the trusts that I applied to as a TNA they just called me that I have been successful with the interview, and I'm so happy, you guys. I've got offers now lined up. So, and I trust we come through first. Now, yeah, they put head. Though I have preference, I have preference. However, now the person now the trust will give me offer first. Now, yeah, they took head. I'm so happy. Anyway, as usual, I'm documenting. I don't know when this will go up, but yeah, let me just document it. That was another offer I got. However, like I said, I was actually hoping this trust I'm working right now called me first, because I'm more interested in acute nursing than in mental health nursing. The one I got in that clip that you saw was a mental health trust. Okay, I just applied because I needed to get into nursing. I know I needed to change my job role. Okay, 2nd of January 2024, I had my ID check. After my ID check, everything clicked and I was given a start date. Okay, so I was supposed to start on the 15th of April this year. However, my residence happened. Yeah, this is the interesting bit. So for those of you who are interested, one of the criteria for getting into this nursing associate program is you must have lived in the UK for 3 years. Yes, it doesn't matter what visa you are. You could be on a dependent visa, work visa, or anything, but you must have lived in the UK for 3 years. And 2, you must have a visa that covers the duration of the study. So let's, for instance, you are a dependent and your visa, you still have like 1 year plus in your visa, you can't get on the program. The course, like I said, is 2 years. So your visa must cover the duration of the study. By the time I got my start date and everything, I already resigned from my previous trust in Birmingham. Yeah. So by then, I have not gotten a house. I was looking for a house because I know that I had like 2 months to start, so I was looking for a house. Like Furo, God bless Furo, you guys. Furo was so helpful. My friend Sam was also really helpful in this my journey, because they helped me with house search. Furo will send me a link and stuffs like that. So I started looking for a house aggressively because I already had a start date. Now, 1 month or 3 weeks before my start date in April, I was informed, sorry, you can no longer get on the course. Yes, it was crazy, you guys. It was really crazy, but we thank God to control. So when they told me, sorry, so there's something called eligibility. So when you get on the course, the university will send you'll be getting emails from the university, right? So the university sent me this form that I filled, and it's called eligibility form. I remember vividly, can never forget. I filled the form and the university called me. Hello, Guma. We are just going through the form and you feel that you've not lived in the UK for 3 years. And then I was like 2 years plus here in the UK. So I said, yes. Is that a mistake or what? I said, no, it's not a mistake. I've not lived in the UK for 3 years. And they were like, oh, sorry, we can't get on the program. I was like, how do you mean? Because I've already resigned from my job and I've already gotten a job offer. What is it called, contract and all. The university was like, they have not given me a conditional offer yet. My unconditional offer is from the trust, so I have to go to the trust and sort it out. I was like, okay. It wasn't funny, you guys. I'm laughing now because all these things has been sorted out. So I had to call my the person in charge of the pre-nursing registration team in this trust I'm working now. I had to send her an email, say, this is what the school university is telling me, and you guys, that was how it wasn't funny. So after all checks, after the trust came, we know that you've resigned. However, you can move into voting, working for us until September, when you will be 3 years here in the UK. So we moved. I started working, right? So the conditions of my employment is I will join the September cohort, because that's when I'll be 3 years in the UK. Because if I had continued, I wouldn't have even have continued, because there's no way they will get funding for me. Yeah, the conditions was I will start in September 1, and because I've already gotten the job, just because of my residence, I could not continue. That I will not apply again. Like, when they post the job advert, I'm not going to apply again. I'm not going to do interview again. They will just push my name to join the cohort. I say, okay, that's fine. So in June, you guys, I emailed and everything was working fine. They said send your BRP because they've already recruited for people. Was it? No, it was in July. Because they've already recruited for September sets. So, you know, they said, okay, you can now join them and do the paperwork. So I sent my BRP. You know how it is with NHS. Everything, check. University, check. You guys, just on the induction morning, oh my God, induction morning. For the first year student nursing induction, and I was told, sorry, you cannot get on the program. I was like, how? This is the second time, how? Now, it was no longer my residence, it was about my visa, which I'm not going to get in details with. But they told me reasons why, and you guys, it was shocking. Like, I cried. God, I cried. I was like, God, what is this? What is this? I tried so hard to get on this program, and now from April they moved me to September. Now September I don't even know what to say. I cried, I fasted, I prayed. Nothing what I know do, you guys. Nothing what I know do. So that was when they said, oh, about your job, you can still keep your job. However, for the nursing program, you can't get on it. And I was talking to myself, I didn't move from Birmingham to this place to come and be doing what I was doing in Birmingham. I moved because of career progression. I moved because I got this nursing job. It was crazy. It was really a trying time for me. And thank you for Vicky. She keeps calling, babe, any updates? Food of my neighbor, any updates? See, for this life, get nice people. So, after all our meetings, emails, you know, after everything, you know, the management had meetings and stuff, you know, at the end of the day, I was told I cannot get on the program. And these are the conditions. I was like, thank you. So it happened that it was the university's mistake, yes, that they did not check properly with my visa, with my residence and stuff. So they could have seen it before, you know, or before the induction morning. But for some reason, somebody had an oversight. So the university was like, okay, they are willing to accept me back in the course, but based on this condition and these conditions. And luckily, as I'm talking to you right now, I've started the course and everything is sorted. My residence, my visa, everything is all sorted out. And I thank God, like I thank God so, because it wouldn't have been easy. I would have loved to, you know, share some of the interview questions, but I'm not gonna do that. If you've got an interview for the nursing associate program, if you want, you know, clues on possible interview questions, just send me a DM. I am willing to share that in my DM. I just don't want to share it here for some personal reasons, okay? Just have in mind that with you, some of the questions I was asked does not mean that's the same question you will get, but it will give you an idea of, you know, the kind of things to expect, okay? Now let's talk about the pay, okay, of the nursing associates. So when you are in training, just like you are going to uni, you are not yet qualified. So like I said, in some trusts you'll be paid as a band 2, in some trusts you'll be paid as a band 3. So in place I work right now, is a band 3 program, okay? You'll be paid as a band 3. Then when you qualify, you will become a band 4 registered nursing associate, and you will have your PIN. Then you can fully take responsibility of a nurse. But as a student, you can't, because you don't have the skills, the knowledge to do all that yet, okay? As a nursing associate, you can apply to learning, you can work anywhere. Like you can work in the community, learning disability, mental health, acute, anywhere, like even care homes as well. So it just depends on where you want to practice when you qualify. So how the program is run in some trust, you will go to university once a week and you will get your clinical shift, which is the day you work with the nurse. You're not in the numbers. It's called supernumerary. You're not in the numbers. On that day, you just work with the nurse, do medications, you know, do everything that the nurse does. As you are working with the nurse, you are learning how to do all this shift evaluation, nursing assessment, and all those nursing jobs, yeah? So you get 1 day university day, 1 clinical shift, depending on the trust, 1 day university day, 1 day clinical shift, and 1 day as your normal band 3 shift. Okay, so some trust, somebody told me they do all their shifts as supernumerary, they are not included in the numbers, so all their shifts are supernumerary. Some trust as well, you don't even get a clinical shift, you just go to uni and do your normal. Do you understand? So it just depends on the trust you're working with. So this information is always in the job advert, because any trust that puts out these jobs we always put in, you know, whether you are doing a spoke or you are doing a placement. Okay, so some trust run a spoke and some trust run a placement. So basically you rotate, you go to community and do maybe 6 weeks, you go to learning disability, just like that. You just rotate. Some trust you are stationed in one place, however you go for a spoke. So basically you book a spoke, you can go out, but your placement is your place of work. Okay, so it just depends on the kind of type of program your trust runs. Okay, like I said, all these things will be in the job description. Now, some trusts, I remember the trust in Birmingham where I applied. I got an interview. I applied and I got an interview. 2 days to the interview, they cancelled it, and that was because I was not their staff. So I applied to this place I'm currently working. I applied as an external candidate. So practically what it means, we are applying from another trust. Okay, then some trust will put out advert, and the advert will say restricted application. That's basically internal applicant. So my advice, when you are looking for, when you see this job advert and the job advert reads internal applicant, don't even bother to apply, because you're not going to get on. This particular trust, I applied, and by the time they sent me a form to get a written information from my manager, and I told them I don't work in your trust, I work in another trust. They were like, oh sorry, we are only recruiting for internal applicants. So if you are looking for this job and you see internal applicant, don't even bother to apply, because it will be like a waste of time. Just move forward, make as much applications as possible and prepare for it. Okay, lest I forget, qualification. For you to qualify to apply for this course, all you need is your English and Maths, or what we call WAEC in Nigeria, and a diploma. Some of the trusts I applied to, they needed a diploma in health and social care, or any diploma at all, but health related, and English and Maths, or your WAEC or your GCSE. Okay, so these are the academic documents that you need. Some trusts only need your what is it called, your O level or your GCSE or your English and Maths or functional skills. Yeah, so people will also tell you. I remember one trust that I applied to, they needed me to have 44 point UCAS points. Yeah, so in my own case, because I already had a degree from Nigeria, that counted as my UCAS points. Okay, so as long as you have English and Maths or WAEC or GCE or GCSE or functional skills English and Maths or a diploma, you are qualified to apply. Like I said, just go through the job description, you know, the requirements, and see if they require you to have a diploma or not. Diploma, I have a level 3 diploma, health and social care. But when I applied for this particular trust, all they needed was just my English and Maths. Yeah, do not relent, keep doing the application. I know there are so many rejections. In my own case, I had rejections. You guys, do you know how many cities I traveled to? Like, I can't even mention. My friend in Birmingham, like, God bless her, because by the time I was doing all this interview, my husband was not around. As early as 5 o'clock in the morning, I would take the boys to her house, because the boys and the daughter, they attend the same school, so she'll be the one to do the school run, give them lunch. Until sometimes I would leave as early as 5 a.m. to the train station. I had to leave it that early in order to meet up by 9 o'clock for my interview. I thank God all my effort was not wasted. So I want to use this opportunity to thank some people who contributed in one way or the other that they may not even know. See, my friend Namaka, that she's God sent, because without her I wouldn't have known. How will I have even left the boys to go for the interview? See, my friend Sam, I wouldn't have, if I had not met Sam, I wouldn't have known there's a place called Bolton in UK. Furo, thank you so much. God bless you. In one way or the other, you may not know it, but you contributed to my success here. Von Vicky, she told me this is possible. Like, this is possible. You can run this. That was my motivation. That was really my motivation. I remember also my friend in Birmingham. I remember when I had so many interviews, I was, oh God, you guys, had lots of interviews to attend. So what I was doing, I was just trying to wrap my head around some of these trust values. I had to tell my friends, look, I'm tired. I can't be reading all these trust values. After the interview, they will still call you. She was like, what if you're in the university, you are doing so many courses at the same time? Like in Nigeria, we do up to 11 courses in year 1 or year 2 or year 3. So she told me, what if it's in Nigeria, you did different courses at the same time? So is it just trust values that you cannot just, wrap your head around? She made that comment without even knowing that that comment made an impact, because at some point I almost gave up. Like all of you who contributed in one way or the other to my success today, thank you so much. So beautiful people, this is my journey of how I moved from a healthcare assistant to a student nursing associate, and by God's grace we are gonna run this in flying colors. Okay, thank you for joining me in this video, beautiful people. I will see you guys in my next one. All right, ciao.